Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a training video while I read out things that you did as a noob, basically as a new player on Star Stable. So I put a question box up on my story about 24 hours ago now, and I've got those and I'm gonna read them. Okay, first things first, we need to pick a horse to train. The oldest one I have that's untrained is the Fawncy, but I want to keep it for Christmas. This used to be story time. She was, when I first made my Instagram, I had like 2 profile pictures for like 5 seconds at the beginning, but when I made my Instagram, this is the horse that was my profile picture for so long. I did like an edit of her with a blue background, and then I got that same blue color in my new profile picture when I got a commission when I hit 10k. And like, it's so funny because like I had this horse for so long, it was my profile picture, so like it's weird that I didn't have it on this account for ages. So now that she's here, I'm very happy. Recently I did something kind of crazy. It's not actually crazy, but it was crazy for me. I bought black hair on this account with like red in it because when I did the shopping spree video on my other account, I actually bought, like after it was over, I was kind of still running around, and then I was like, oh, I want to buy that hair, like why wouldn't I? So I bought this hair with like the red stripes in it, and then I was like, why do I like this? And so I was like, well, I might as well buy it on my other account just for kicks. So now we have it on both accounts, and I'm gonna put it on. I also took off like my scary makeup. Maybe we'll put that back on as well. This hair, isn't it so cool? I feel like very emo when I wear it, which is like not the vibes on this account normally because I have like pink and white hair, and it's very the opposite of that, but I love it. This outfit kind of looks terrible on this horse actually. This is Opal, by the way. My original Ayla is called Moonbeam, but you know, I didn't want to just call it the same name. We're gonna go to Fort Pinta, do the 250 race, and then run to Moorland, and then go to Steve's and do it that way. Because I don't know. I don't want to do Starshine in a training video, okay? Don't judge me. So before I read out the submissions, I'm just gonna say something that I did as a noob, or something I thought. So one thing that I thought that when you changed the main style of your horse, you could never get the original one back. Because you know, if you go into the main stylist, the one that you have like that you're currently using on the horse you're on is like invisible, it's not there. So the first spot was blank for me when I went in on my old model Tinker, or Irish Cobs as they're called now, and I was like, oh, so I can never get the like big mane back if I want to try something else, like I can't do that. And then eventually I was like, you know what, like I'm sick of this mane, like I'm gonna change it and see what it looks like, and then I realized I could get it back. And I also used to never use the trailer because I wanted to save shillings, so I've stopped that now. I trailer like everywhere. I'm so lazy with it. So the first submission is from Ari Made Art, Ari_made_art, and she said, never used to call for pickup. That's actually something that I used to do, but like not with call for pickup, but with like returning to the entrance of places, like in Pandoria, the way you can return back to the portal, and like in your stable if you get stuck. I never used to do that because I just like didn't know it was a thing, so I'd be like lost in Pandoria and just wouldn't return to entrance. But that's really funny. Did you like trailer back to your stable or run back? Like I want to know, you know? The next one is from Frosty Queens VSP. Hi Westy. And she says, I think we all pretended that Justin was our boyfriend. Girl, I don't know what you're on, but I never thought Justin was my boyfriend. His hair and his face, he's just, oh no. But Justin is just, he's just so like, ugh, no. Okay, so the next one is from frostyqueens.fp. Hi, North. And she said, I generally wanted to fight Loretta. I don't know if this is just me, but I just like, I don't remember Loretta being that rude. I think it's because I did those quests like so long ago, and when I did them on this account, I just like clicked through them because I'd already done them and I wasn't bothered to read them. And also now they've changed the quests, I think, so that Loretta's like nicer, because they've definitely changed them, because I did read some of them and they were different. But like, what were some of the things she used to say? I know she's like a bit obnoxious and she's like, oh, you can't join my club, you know, but like, was she really that bad? Because I just don't remember. Like, I genuinely just can't remember. The next submission is from Moish.ka, and she said, chase around Star Riders because I thought they were so cool. They were nice though. You know, I don't know if I used to chase them, but I remember like running around Moorland when I was like level 5 and like doing the Moorland races. The Star Riders would like zoom past me. And like, I just couldn't understand how they were so fast, because like when you start off, you're kind of like, okay, so this is normal speed, you know? And then you see someone like racing past you at 5 times the speed. You're like, it's like you're moving in, like now when I see a new player, I'm like, oh, it looks like they're moving in slow motion. But when you're the new player, it looks like they're like moving at high speed. And that always used to really confuse me. I'd be like, why am I that fast? When am I going to be that fast? I used to get very offended. The next submission is from Bella Mooncrest, and she said, hardcore roleplay. I don't know if this is just me, but I never had like a roleplay phase on Star Stable. I think I did like 2 before, in like one in Mistfall and one at like Valedale Lake, because I just like didn't know what they were. So I did one wild role and one like person role. I don't know what they're called, but like where you are yourself on a horse. And like, I don't know, like it was fine, but like nothing crazy happened. And I was just like, oh, yeah, this isn't for me. The next one is from Isabel_Rockhaven. And she says, I talked to the girl at Moorland and thought she was ignoring me. I kind of like that they gave the girl at Moorland, like this one girl, I think it's this one like in front of us here, like Charlotte, is it? I don't know. I think it is Charlotte. Is she gonna say hi to us? That's kind of rude. Maybe it's not her. No, it definitely is Charlotte. Anyway, I think it's kind of nice that they made her talk, but I feel like that is very confusing, especially if you like don't understand like how character names work and stuff. Like, you could like honestly think she was a character, especially if you had like hide player names off and you were close to her and you couldn't see her name. But that's kind of funny. Level 5. Wow, we're doing amazing. The next submission is from Noelle Rosehart, and she said, sold almost every quest item I got for shillings. Many regrets. I think I did that too. I don't even remember like what I sold, but I know on this account when I made it, because I only made it in like October of 2020, I like sold everything that I knew I had on another account, because like I didn't want to keep it for like sentimental value if I wasn't going to wear it and I could get shillings out of it. And I have it for sentimental value on like another account, you know? So I would sell stuff I didn't want, but then some stuff I kept, like that jumper that you made, or the jacket that you made with the tailor that's got all the like crazy stuff on it and it's got a rainbow on the back. I kept that because I thought that was funny. But yeah, that is really sad, and then you can never get them back. Actually, on my original account on the UK servers, that account, I don't know what happened, but I'm missing like half of my starter gear. I think I have my horse starter gear and that's it. And I think you didn't get gloves with your starter gear at the time. Maybe I'm crazy. So I know I don't have them anyway, but I think I'm missing like half of the starter gear, which is so sad because like it's your starter gear. Like if you don't keep your starter gear, what are you doing? Steve's is very laggy. I'm kind of like nervous. The next submission is from Bambi Swordpeak, and she said, try to talk to the NPCs and get mad when they wouldn't answer. Also, can we just appreciate that I jumped over that? I mean, I know I failed it, but I jumped over that like while looking down and reading that, so kind of proud of myself. Anyway, yeah, I feel like did you think that they were gonna like answer your specific question? Because I don't know. I've never done that, but that's really funny. The next one is from sso.brookie, and she said, doing the chores at each stable. Honestly, sometimes I still do that. Especially like, say I do my Epona archaeology for the interesting finds, and like just the other day on like Tuesday when I wanted something from Cloud Kingdom, I was like 100 shillings off, so I did the chores at New Hillcrest to get the shillings. And sometimes I do that if like I need shillings for the trailer because I have none. But yeah, I also used to do that. I used to go around to every single one and get them all done like every day. It was like a daily task for me. Like I had to do it every day. I don't even know like how I kept up with that, like genuinely. I guess at the time I wouldn't have had like Golden Hills, and I wouldn't have had like Epona, and then Wildwoods and Mistfall, no. Starshine, no. So really it was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places maybe. It wasn't too crazy, but it's still funny to me. The next submission is from SSO_Gummy, and she said, I tried to mount other people's horses. I feel like everybody tried to do that at some point. I don't remember if I did, but I feel like I probably did. And it's like super awkward because like you're running up to someone's horse, you're like, oh, I'm gonna steal their horse while they're like off talking to someone, and then they like see that you're trying to get on their horse. Like you both know you were gonna steal it, you know, like how do you deal with that? It's kind of funny. It's never happened to me like where I've been the person whose horse has almost gotten stolen. That's never happened, but that would be interesting. Or maybe it has and I just like didn't notice. I should really pay more attention. Also, this girl has the Black Arabian. Great taste. Great taste. The next person said, accept every club invite to see what they are like and leave with, oh god, I can't read it this way. Accept every club invite to see what they're like and leave within 2 minutes. I never did that, ever. I was like scared to join a club and like actually communicate with other people in this game until like, oh god, like April of last year, when like I started Instagram and stuff. Like that's when I started communicating with people. Before that, I played this game as like a single player game. The next submission is from Petra_Goldbrook, and she says, I didn't know how to stop, so I just ran into things to stop. That's really funny. I feel like what I used to do was, I mean, I know like this is there for a reason, but I used to like hard stop all the time, whereas now I just like slow down really quickly because like you can't slow down that quick when you're new. But like it's really annoying to have to wait like 10 whole minutes for your horse to recover from hard stopping. You know what I mean? So I used to just like, now I would just like do this, just like slow down, but just running into things. How long does it even take you to recover from that? Oh, it's kind of a pro thing to do, honestly. I have a lot of respect for that. I have not finished my trash thing with Big Bonnie. I used all my trash for the Fire's Workshop outfit because I just prefer it, and I just got the cat and then the top hat. But like, someone tell me, do you get like character XP when you finish it? Because if you do, I'll finish it. But then again, like, you have the horse XP things, and I'm assuming they'll just stay there forever. Like, you can redeem them more than once and for a picnic and stuff. So, like, I'm guessing that you don't get anything like that. It's just the items, but I don't know. The next submission, I'm really sorry. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce your name. NYUSZFull_Belos. I'm just guessing. I'm really sorry. I butchered that, but anyway. You said, I walked the route of the Moorland Championship several times almost every day. Like, were you, like, training for the championship? Or like, why? I'm just confused. I need to know. Because I could be wrong about this, but I remember when I was clubless, I never could do championships because it said I had to be in a club to do them. Like, am I making that up, or does anyone else remember that? Let me know, please, because every time I say that to people, they're like, no, that never existed. But I swear it did. Like, I swear I went up to a championship before and couldn't do it. And I was just like, oh, okay, I just won't do it then. And so I never ever used to do championships. And then I, like, made a club, like, with literally just me in it so that I could do championships. It's kind of sad, but kind of funny. The next submission is from Therese_Applebaker, and she said, I thought the club names under players was the horse name. So, like, if you saw, like, a club event, hypothetically, like, say you saw, like, if I was at a club event and there was, like, 30 people there, that's, like, 30 people with a horse named Frosty Queens. Like, is that what you thought? You just thought that everybody had a horse with the same name? Or, like, did you just think clubs didn't exist? Like, what did you think the club name was then? I'm really confused by that. But I can see why you would think that. I always, like, click on people and try and look at their horses' names so that I can steal it if I think it's a good name. Like Pumpkin Pie. I like that name. Like, maybe I'll use it someday, you know? The next one is from OK Nazuna, and she said, constantly made new accounts every time I hit level 5 because I couldn't get Star Rider at the time. Mads, I have a question. I want to know, like, is the account that you use now, like, your main account, like, is that the first one you made, or is it, like, the last one you made? Or when your parents were like, okay, you can get Star Rider now, like, did you just pick your favorite one? Like, how did you pick? Or did you just forget the passwords of the other ones? Like, I have so many questions. Like, how many dead accounts and names have you just taken up that are just, like, sitting somewhere on Nightstar, I'm assuming? Or Windstar, maybe? That's really funny. I've never done that. The only account I've ever had is, like, my main one. And then this one now. The next one is from Rowan.Maplemore, and she said, didn't know about the trailers, so I went everywhere by foot. This was me. I think I knew about the trailers, but am I wrong? Or could you not use trailers when you were non-Star Rider? I could be crazy about that, but I feel like you used to be able to use trailers as a non-Star Rider, and so I used to be, like, just running everywhere, and I got used to it, and then I didn't want to take the trailer. And I remember, like, back in the day, the trailers weren't, like, you could trailer to everywhere from one. I think there was, like, trailer groups, you know, so you'd have to get, like, the right trailer to go somewhere. Does anybody else remember that? The next one is from Denise.go2028, and they said, checking out the new horse, starter horse. Do you mean, like, you'd see other people around on their starter horses and be like, ooh, like, that's a nice horse, I want that horse? Because I still do that sometimes. Like, if we could buy all the Jorvik Warmblood starter coats, I would be very happy. Because I have 2 different starter horses on both accounts, and, like, I miss my original one, but I feel bad if I change this one, so I'll just, like, never see him again, practically. The next one is from Kelsey Winterly, and she said, stalk people. I feel like I did this too. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I do remember, like, that sometimes I would just end up, like, I don't know, how do I say this? I would just end up like in the same place as someone multiple times, and then we would just like go around together. Yeah, we would go around together and like do, you know, like quests or something. Like if I was like grinding shillings and I'd run into someone, it'd be like, oh, we'll do it together. Which is, you know, fun times. I have not been down here since these terrain changes. But like, what is the point of the terrain change? Like, are they gonna add something there? I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't really make any difference, you know? Like, either or is fine. The next submission is also from Kelty Winterly, and she said, did roleplays with my IRL friends. You are so lucky that you had IRL friends that played Star Stable. Like, is that how you started playing? Because for me, I just like Googled horse game and this came up and then I started playing. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Like, I don't know, oh my god. I don't know anybody in real life that plays this game. Like, I have friends that also do horse riding. I feel like maybe they played it at some point, but like, to my knowledge, nobody I know has played it. And I just like, oh, this is another thing. Like, do you tell people, like, if you're like in a club or you have an Instagram where you post pictures and stuff like that, or a YouTube channel or whatever it is, like, do you tell people in your real life? Because I don't. I don't know, like, I wouldn't tell my friends. I did have an art Instagram for a while where I posted like regular art and it wasn't Star Stable related, and I told my family, like my cousins and stuff who I'm really close with, like I told them about it because I was like, follow me, you know. But yeah, I don't know. The next one is from Isla_Blue, and she said, could not figure out for the life of me how to feed my horse hay. I thought you had to feed them with the hay you use to do chores. Not my smartest moment. That's so funny. It reminds me of like, you have to feed your horse with different hay that you feed the chore horses, but you have to use the same water bucket for both. Because I've tried to do stable chores when I'm short on shillings, and I don't carry my stable care stuff anymore in my inventory, my horse care stuff, because I just buy stable care, and it was just taking up space. Now, I can't do the water stable chores because I don't have a bucket in my inventory. It's like, how am I supposed to cope with that, you know? I can see why you would think that, though. Of course you have to pay, though. In reality, you actually have to pay for the hay because they're obviously not just gonna give it to you for free. That is going to be it for this video. I ran here to continue and then realized that I've been recording for like an hour. And if I don't stop now, then I'm never gonna be able to edit this. So make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below if you want me to do more training videos and what kind of submissions you'd like in them. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you if you stayed until now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.